Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to another writing assignment with Miss Janetti. Before we get started, I just want to remind you how important it is to get out into the sunshine, to feel the warm sunshine on your face. It feels so good and it's good for you, and it's a nice way to take a break. Okay. The next slide is going to show where you find your lessons. This is on the Harris homepage. You go to Remote Learning, Grade 3 Lessons. This is where you would find your lessons here. And what I want to show you is all of the work we do on Scholastic News. You can find all of those worksheets here. This is for where Were You Tricked, and then the one underneath it, An Island of Sloths. Now, if you don't have a printer, that's fine. You could answer the questions, open a Word document, another piece of paper, any way you can. And then if you'd like, take a picture of something, and you could send it to me on Dojo or on Teams. Okay. Here's our Scholastic News for this week, the May 11th, 2020 issue, The Sky's the Limit. And this girl's name is Sky. Sky Brown is 11 and one of the world's best skateboarders, top of her game. We're going to be answering the close reading questions again with me, your host, Miss Gianetti, hostess. Our objective: students will use the writing organizer to answer close reading questions just like we did last time. When we use the writing organizer, we have the opening and the closing, and then we have our evidence and our explanation. So we will be turning the question around. We will be using a transition word. We will find our evidence and explain, because obviously whenever we answer a question, we want to answer in a complete sentence. We speak in complete sentences. We write in complete sentences. Turn the question around, find your evidence, and then your explanation. And all of this comes right out of the article. Text, evidence, find evidence. It's all in the article. It shouldn't come out of here. It should come out of the article. All right, this is where I'm going to ask you to press pause, and you will listen to or read the Scholastic News, The Sky's the Limit. Hopefully you've all listened to and read this selection, The Sky's the Limit. If you're like me, then maybe you've read it more than once or listened to it more than once. I've looked at all of the text features. Oopsies. All right. Here I have already highlighted the text evidence that we need to answer the questions. Notice that part of the evidence we need is in our words to know, and our explanation is in another part of the selection, the heading for the fun of it. Here our evidence, our explanation is above the evidence, and this one also. That's why I have the arrows there. All right. Always read the directions first. Always read the directions first. Refer to The Sky's the Limit to respond to the questions below. Reread the article to find details that support your answers. Remember to write in complete sentences. All right, let's take the first question. Why does the author refer to Sky as a professional skateboarder? So here, turn the question around. Why does the author refer to Sky as a professional skateboarder? The author refers to Sky as a professional skateboarder because, and then you need to find your evidence. You needed to look in the keywords. Evidence. Sky gets paid money to skateboard. That's what professionals get paid. To explain, Sky spends hours practicing, but to her it's more like playing. So now if I put all of that together, my Turn the question around, my evidence and my explanation. The author refers to Sky as a professional skateboarder because Sky gets paid money to skateboard. Sky spends hours practicing, but to her, it's more like playing. Second question, what is the section Board Baby mostly about? Turn the question around. The section Board Baby is mostly about, oh, and I see a mistake here. I will go back and fix that, or you could ignore it because I can't fix it right now. Turn the question around. The section Board Baby is mostly about, my evidence comes from the text, how Sky wanted to skateboard because she was inspired by her father. To explain that, they had a small skating ramp in her backyard, in their backyard. Remember, she would watch him. So here there's more evidence. There's another answer. My transition word, in addition, the evidence. This section is also about how Sky began skating in competitions. So really it's about two things. The explanation, it was discovered that Sky had an incredible talent. So now if I put all of that together, the section Board Baby is mostly about how Sky wanted to skateboard because she was inspired by her father. They had a small skating ramp in their backyard. In addition, this section is also about how Sky began skating in competitions. It was discovered that Sky had an incredible talent. Question 3. What is the purpose of the sidebar? What's your game plan? Turn the question around. The purpose of the sidebar, what your game plan is, my evidence comes from the text. To make the most of your summer by following 3 tips from Sky. The explanation, she explains that you can try new things, not to worry about what others think, and not to be afraid to fail. Everything comes from the text. No guesswork. If I put it all together, the purpose of the sidebar, what's your game plan, is to make the most of your summer by following 3 tips from Sky. She explains that you can try new things, not to worry about what others think, and not to be afraid to fail. And that is excellent evidence. Oh my goodness. And excellent advice. All right, if I put it all together in my writing, this is what it would look like. Oh boy, another mistake. That's okay. Oh, that's funny because, all right, the last slide. So your assignment this week is, using the sidebar, what's your game plan? Explain how you will make the most of your summer. So don't forget to turn the question around. My game plan for this summer is your evidence, what are you going to try? And then your explanation, examples of how you will use Sky's tips. So this week I was thinking, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And again, that is all about making mistakes. And I think we've said before, making mistakes is fine as long as you learn from them. You can't continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over, because then it's not a mistake, it's a choice. So you make a mistake, you fix it. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Don't be a quitter. I'll see you guys later. Miss you.